Welcome to day 5 of 100 days of my yoga practices towards the celebration of International Day of Yoga on June 21st, 2026. Welcome. March 18th, and today we are on our 5th day of the 100 days. Today we explore Maharishi Patanjali's Yoga Sutra's Sutra number 5, which is taken from the Samadhi Pad, the first chapter and the 5th Sutra. Let's learn how to pronounce the mantra in Sanskrit. Vṛttayaḥ, pañcatayyaḥ, kliṣṭā, akliṣṭāḥ. Once again, Vṛttayaḥ, pañcatayyaḥ, kliṣṭā, akliṣṭāḥ. The movement of the mind are of 5 kinds. Some cause suffering and some not. This sutra is where Maharishi Patanjali begins to map the mind. He says, the movement of the mind are of 5 kinds. Some create heaviness, confusion, and suffering. Some are neutral and sometimes even helpful. Today, we simply learn to see these movements with clarity. Maharishi Patanjali calls these movements vrittis, the modifications, the fluctuations of the mind. They are like waves on the surface of a lake. Some waves disturb the water. Some waves are gentle. But all waves are still movements. And today it's not about controlling the waves. It is about recognizing them. If I have to share an analogy, I would say analogy of 5 colors. Imagine the mind as a clear bowl of water. Every thought is like adding a drop of color into the bowl. Some colors make the water cloudy. Some colors are light and harmless. But each drop changes the clarity. Maharishi Patanjali says the mind has 5 kind of colors, 5 kind of movements. Some colors disturb us. Some colors pass through gently. And today we learn to notice the color without becoming the color. So let's do this in our navel-centered breath awareness movement. I'd like you to place one hand on your navel. Remember, our navel is the anchor. Let's do it. Let your breath rise and fall naturally. And another thing, each time a thought appears, simply return to the navel. not with force, but with remembrance. We did this yesterday, the day before, and the day before that, and the day before that, which was the first day. So we have been doing it. Let's take slow about 4 breath cycle. Again, breath cycle. Each breath cycle consists of inhalation and exhalation. So that's 1 breath cycle. And we are doing it 4. Now, even in the breath cycle, you count your own numbers. The goal is that you would equalize the number of counts of your inhalation to the number of counts of your exhalation. So let's begin. It's up to you whether you count to 4. I would count to 3. And remember, we learned day before yesterday on our day 3 of 100 days, the counting that I like to do is 1001, 1002, 1003. So let's begin, and you can count your own way. So place one hand on your navel and breathe in, 2, 3. Breathe out, 2, 3. Breathe in, 2, 3. Breathe out, 2, 3. Breathe in, 2, 3. Breathe out, 2, 3. And the last, breathe in, 2, 3. Breathe out, 2, 3. Remember, we keep our smile on as we do this. So anytime we are doing this, our anchor is our navel. Anytime a thought comes in, just let it pass. And anytime we are just observing our body movements, our breath, we are focusing onto our navel, and we are not pondering over the thoughts that are coming and going. It is a kind of quiet that we are reaching, creating for our mind, the quiet, by just bringing ourselves back to our navel and focusing on our breath. Now, we will go with some movements or asana, I can say. Well, I am seated on this chair. You can do this while standing. So it doesn't matter whether you are sitting or standing, just some movements, remembering to keep the navel as the anchor. Because day 5 is about observing the mind while the body moves. Observing the mind while the body moves. So the first one, we did it yesterday, which is the famously called cat-cow, but it is Marjariasana or the Marjari Bitilasana, also known as Bidalasana. So how do we do that? While seated in this chair, back and spine straight, roll your shoulders if you have to, with a smile on your face, and you would bring in as if the surrounding oxygen, breathing in and release. Do this one more time. release. We do this one last time. And release. Excellent. And you just did Biralasana. Now let us move on to the second, which is Tadasana. However, since we are seated, I am seated, if you can do this standing. So we would do this. This is another version of Tadasana, or the palm tree pose. So again, back and spine straight, chin slightly tucked in. And as you inhale, you lift your arm up and bend to your side and stretch. And come back. Remember, it's the anchor that you're coming back. On the other side. And stretch. And coming back. We do this one more time. Inhale, hands rise up, bend to your side and stretch. Turn and on the other side, stretch and down. Well, that was side bending, keeping the navel as your anchor. Now, we will be going into spinal twist. As I'm seated at this time, so this will be a gentle seated twist. And it is also known as Bharadwajasana. Bharadwaj, the Rishi Bharadwaj, supposedly sat in this pose. However, since I'm sitting, I'm using a chair. I'm not sitting on the mat or on the floor. So with some modified pose, that we will be doing Bharadwajasana. Now, every time I'd like to keep my back and spine straight, and I'll roll my shoulder if I have to. And what I would do is twist. Now, inhale and turn to your side. Now remember, we did this without, the shoulder is not turning. It is from the axis, that is the navel that is turning. So on the other side. One more time. And the last to the opposite side. That was Bharadwajasana. And the last one, we would do the Uttanasana, which is forward bend. Since I'm seated in a chair, we would just bend forward. You can either place your hand on your navel, or you can also raise your hands and bend forward and stretch. And release. Do this one more time. Hands raised. Inhale and bend forward. Stretch and release. Excellent. Now we can do stillness in practice. And how do we do that? I'd like you to sit comfortably, or if you're standing, it is okay. You can use a chair to sit or your mat. Just sit comfortably. The position that you feel comfortable. And just take few short breaths. Just few short breaths. In this practice, we will notice our mind. We will also notice the modifications. And what are these modifications? When we are trying to quiet our mind, the emotions, the worries, the thoughts, all these modifications that come and go. So we'll only observe. We will only observe. So let's do it. You can close your eyes or you can just gaze at a point at the eye level right in front of you. At this time, I'm looking at you with a smile on my face. And if you feel like closing your eyes, you may close your eyes. As soon as you try to focus, you start getting all different kind of thoughts. Just now I heard some sound as if someone's running upstairs. I'll not judge. I'll not ponder upon that sound, the thought, the modification. I'll just continue to focus onto my navel and focus on my breath. Another thought comes in. I'll just let it go. Thoughts keep coming. Let it go. Another comes. Let it pass. Let it pass. Notice your mind and bring your focus to your navel. We are not chasing any thoughts. We are not pushing away any thoughts. We just see it. If the thought is good or bad, we are not acting upon it. Just come and just let it pass. You are the awareness. And now, focus back on your navel. Your smile is back. Your focus is on your navel. Observe the movement. As you breathe in, it extends. As you breathe out, it distends. Breathe in, breathe out. You may return to your normal breath. Excellent. Today we learned that the mind has many colors, many waves, many movements. Some bring heaviness, discomfort, and some bring clarity. But remember, you do not become the wave or the modification. You are the awareness, just watching the wave. And each time the mind becomes colored, the modifications just come back to the breath, come back to the navel, and come back to the peace, to the quiet within. Thank you for practicing with me today. This marks the end of day 5. Until tomorrow, same time, stay warm, stay open, and stay true to yourself. Thank you for your time.